Peace, love, wellness, greatness, and success. Let's get right into it. For those of you who are new to me, my name is Monte. We're dealing with the deep topic of sexuality. We're going to get right into it. We're not dealing with the more ethical aspects of it. We want to deal with the actual understanding of the why. The why is the most important question on any topic that any of us can ask. And for those of us who take strong positions on either side of the spectrum of heterosexuality or homosexuality, we have to understand the why. We cannot go along with the simplistic understanding or sayings that love is love, etc., etc. Of course, love is love. No one is denying it, and no one is trying to deny that. Not right here. What I am here to understand is why are these things occurring, knowing that in nature, the sexual organs are there for specific reasons. The primary reason of the sexual organ is reproduction. If there is no reproduction, then the sexual behaviors that we encounter in no longer exist because the species no longer exists. This is why we deal with the actual functioning of every organ or every anatomical tool that we have, such as hands, eyes, mouth, ears. Everything that we have is there for a primary and specific reason first, and then alternative uses can come into play. Now let's deal with why, or let's deal with anatomical and hormonal continuity. Let's deal with chromosomal integrity. Let's deal with hormonal integrity in line with what it is that we're talking about when it comes to sexual expressions. Again, let me repeat myself once again for you sensitive individuals who do not want or listen or do not attempt to engage in intellectual bravery versus intellectual cowardice, meaning any topic that is on the table of public discourse that affects or have the potential to affect public policy, which affects the whole of society, meaning that everybody has the ability or afforded a position to think how they think about what it is that is affecting them. So we can't, again, hide under the table of intellectual cowardice and try to label people as such in order not to deal with the topic at hand. So the topic at hand is why does the human being have heterosexual or homosexual propensities? It comes down to the very essence of the chromosome of the eggs and the chromosomes of the sperm. So we're dealing at the basic level of what provides the foundation for another offspring to be brought forth. Now, when we're dealing with chromosomal integrity, we're dealing with the individual, the male and the female. We're dealing with the sperm of the male and the egg of the female. When we're dealing with these things, we have to understand that these things are impacted by the environment, they're impacted by the water, they're impacted by the food, and they're impacted by the air that we breathe as individuals. So there's a lot going on affecting the chromosomal makeup of the sperm and the egg that when combined starts the process of producing the human offspring. If these are corrupted in any way, the sperm of the male, the egg of the female, then we're gonna have some alternative things going on within the development of the offspring. The integrity of the sperm and the egg are essential for the development of a anatomical and hormonal continued individual, or individual that has the continuity of its sexual anatomical reality as well as its hormonal expression, meaning that the anatomical male will have the hormonal expressions that incline to engage and reproduce with the anatomical female. This is called anatomical and hormonal continuity. Now, when this is not the case, and the anatomical female and is sexually inclined to be with the anatomical female, with another anatomical female, you're dealing with sexual anatomical reality and hormonal propensity that are not in line. This is not a judgment of the behavior. This is just the understanding of why the behavior exists. Again, the most important question one can ask is why? Again, it is this society's intellectual cowardice that forbids individuals from speaking on anything homosexual in terms of the understanding of why, or even the disagreement with the actual behavior, but not necessarily the disagreement with the human being. This is intellectual cowardice, and this is no longer tenable if we want to produce an America of understanding, of collective growth, which is almost impossible in this environment. So again, the basis of the sexual expression of the individual offspring is based on the integrity of the chromosomes of the sperm and the egg. That is the basis. These things can be affected in the individual, even if the individual is born with chromosomes of the sperm and the egg that are not corrupted or not altered, and that individual is born with the anatomical and the hormonal expressions that are tied to that particular anatomy. As we grow and as we are exposed to more of the environmental and toxins and chemicals and molds and viruses and other things that can alter hormonal expression, then we can have the change in the hormonal sexual propensity of the individual male and female. So these things come into play as well. So again, at one point, I didn't understand how someone could say they were born gay because I didn't have the knowledge and understanding of chromosomal integrity, didn't understand how the impact of water, air, food, and chemicals from the medicines, etc., affect the hormonal expression of individuals, or not individual. Yeah, the sperm and the chromonal integrity of an individual before they even start to produce offspring. Meaning that the father, he may not be homosexual, but the things that he's doing is affecting the chromosomal makeup of the sperm, which alters some of the functioning within that chromosomal system. And if it connects with a female that has the same or does not have the same, you can have a altered chromosomal makeup of the offspring that is coming. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, as we grow and we evolve, if you want to ensure that you are dealing with hormonal integrity, chromosomal integrity, you're going to have to take into consideration what it is that you're consuming, what it is that I'm consuming, in order to give ourselves the best chance to be anatomically and hormonally in tune with the actual reality of our being, which is, if you're anatomically male, then you're a male. You may have the hormonal expressions of a female. This is true. No one is judging that. We're just explaining the why. Also, same thing with the female. You have the anatomical workings and tools of a female. You are a female. You may have the hormonal expression of a male. And this is true, and it does exist. All right. So again, if you want coaching on how to basically solidify a hormonal integrity within yourself so that you're not being altered, and we're just not talking about sexual things, we're talking about things that leads to disease, etc. But this is part of the equation as well. Your sexuality and that those things are definitely affected by your environment, by the water, the food, by the air that we breathe. All right. So if you want a consultation on that and anything else, along with me offering the training, Zoom, and a whole host of other things that can help you, your family, your children, etc. I have those goods. Email me for a free consultation, and remember to follow me on Instagram at Montes Wellness. I'll be getting on TikTok very soon. Support the channel. Also like, as well as share the information if you think the information is worthy of being shared. Peace.